Hi, everybody. I have some good news to share. I'm going on tour.
Oprah Winfrey is hitting the road, heading to 9 cities across America as part of Oprah's 2020 Vision, Your Life in Focus tour.
This tour is for everybody who even thought you wanted a better life in 2020.
Oprah will talk about diet, fitness, mental health, relationships, and career strategy. And an arena tour with WW, the company she joined 4 years ago. And Oprah is making it personal. She will share her own wellness journey, the hits and the misses, revealing the secrets to her success. And she's bringing along some of her famous friends.
We're far from the shallow now.
Like Lady Gaga, Dwayne Johnson, First Lady Michelle Obama, and Tina Fey. They will share their own stories and provide us with the tools we need to live our best lives. Okay, y'all, so I am here with Oprah. It is the first Friday of a new decade, and you are here right now, starting your year this way.
I can't think of a better place to be. You know, normally I'm still on vacation, but I wanted to partner with WW to do whatever we could to inspire the rest of the country to transform their lives this year. It's 2020. It's a time to have your vision in focus and to live up to all the dreams that you've made for yourself. Just like you, big manifester.
I manifested this.
Manifested. And I'm just excited to be able to be a part of this. We have Black Girls Run Latino.
Personal for you. You know, you've talked with us for decades about your struggle. You have. You've talked about it. Now, but I read that you look in the mirror now and you love what you see.
Yeah, I'm not struggling anymore. Actually, WW helped me to literally stabilize and to use the tools to actually live my best life, get to a weight that I could manage and not going up and down and up and down and up and down, which is the healthiest for me. And I actually do believe now that healthy is the new skinny. So wherever healthy is the new skinny. And wherever you are in your weight loss journey, if you're focusing on mind, body, and spirit and making yourself as well and whole as possible, then you're on the right path. So that's what this tour is all about.
Do you ever wake up like some of the rest of us with that little whisper that says, I'm not enough? Do you ever hear it anymore?
I don't have the I'm not enough whisper. I do not
have that. You have any whispers
I have
of
the
self-doubt?
get your butt out of bed.
That's not a whisper. That's not a whisper.
I don't have the I'm not enough
So you've
whisper.
gotten over all of the self-doubt.
I wouldn't say all of the self-doubt, but you know, it's the number one thing that all of us, you know, one of the things I learned in all those years of talking to people for years and years and years of interviews is that that's the common denominator in our human experience, is wanting to know that we are enough. And I'm here to tell you, you are. You alone are enough. But when you have the support of others, you become even more powerful. Yes.
So there is no doubt that people are waking up. Some people are waking up. We're in a viscerally divided country. People are waking up with anxiety. What do you say to people that are worried about the state of where we are?
Well, I'm also worried about the state of where we are. How can you live in this world and not be? But I believe that each person has the opportunity to offer the gift of their own higher level of consciousness, and you can only heal the world once you are healed yourself. That's right. I got a choir back there.
I love it.
I got church back there. And so I work very hard on staying awake and conscious myself and doing the things and using the tools. WW is one of those tools that offer me the opportunity to be the best person I can be. And so for me, that starts with some quiet time. So that's why I was up at 5 this morning. And it doesn't even, you know, meditation always throws people off. They think you got to be doing and ha. You don't. It really just means stilling yourself, getting still enough that you yourself from the center know your intentions for the day. So I am an intentionally focused person, and my word for this year is living with intention and purpose. And I got a choir back there, yes. And that's what we're trying to inspire other people to do on this tour.
You know, the irony must not be lost on you. There were some people, I think, that have yelled Oprah for president back there. You've said maybe 2,020 times you're not running.
Yeah.
You've said it, but how involved do you plan to be?
Oh no, I'm waiting to see who presents themselves as a front runner and whether or not I will then join forces with whomever that is. But right now I'm really focused on mind, body, spirit, having people make themselves the best that they can be so that you can offer that goodness to the world. That's what I'm focused on.
You're going to travel around this country. You're on the road. You're going to 9 cities,
Mm.
starting here in Fort Lauderdale. There's people that are going to come out and see you in droves.
We have liftoff today.
We know that.
This is
We're lifting
liftoff. Your
But
word.
for people that are at home and can't make it out, what are 3 tips for living your best life?
Oh, I say start with stillness. Start with just, even if you're just like in the bathroom, in the shower, or doing whatever you do, just give yourself a minute. You are worth a minute. You are worth a minute. And then give yourself 2, and then give yourself 5. Okay, that's number 1. Stillness. Start with centering yourself. What do I want is the most important question anybody can ever ask. And you are the only person who can answer that. And then have your vision, create the vision, and then have every step and move you make move you in the direction of that vision. So it's starting with stillness and then asking what do you want, and then gratitude, 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 gratitude. Gratitude is my religion.
You feel thankful and grateful
Every day.
life.
I still am doing. You know, I started this in in the early 90s, telling people to do a gratitude journal. Now I have volumes of them.
Wouldn't you want to read her journal?
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
You know,
and it's the little things that actually, like this morning walk and waking up and seeing the sun and having some moments to yourself. It's the little things that make for an extraordinary life. It's the simple, ordinary things that make for an extraordinary life.
So this tour is all about preaching the gospel of health and wellness?
Yes.
What's in your
It's
gospel?
about living the gospel. Lots of people can preach.
But she's living it.
But you want to live the gospel.
How do you live it every day?
You know what it is, Jenna? It's actually daily renewal. Because it's not like you make some proclamation and then you can live up to that. It's every day taking little tiny steps toward the big giant step that actually is your life. Like you all know it, because these Latina run girls and black girls. It's every day. It's getting out of bed when you know. You know, this is the thing about exercise. I still hate it so much.
But do you do it?
I hate it so much. Even this morning I was going, I hate it so much. But I do it. I do it because I think everybody's waiting to love it. Yeah. You're not gonna love it, but you do the thing that you need to do to make yourself feel whole and well.
So this morning, did you wake up and work out before you joined us?
I went to the gym.
You do it all, Oprah.
I was the only person in the gym looking for the key. Had to go downstairs. Anyway, yeah, I was.
You were there working out.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We are so thrilled to have had you here. We are going to have so much more with Oprah coming up. I can't wait. She's going to be with us on Monday. We're going to talk today more about this tour. You're starting with Lady Gaga. Here in Fort Lauderdale. I think you sing a little sha-la-la-la.
Sha-la-la, in the shallow, la-la-la-la.
Yo, I manifested that I would sing Shallow with Oprah on the 3rd day of the year.
Yes, you and I. Now I've got it. You know, Hoda's.
I know it's not fair to Hoda.
I've not met Hoda. Hoda, I have not met you. It is going to happen.
Yes?
It is going to happen this year. I promise you it's going to happen.
Wait, you just made my year. Hoda.
Wait, Jenna.
It's going to happen.
Jenna, she said it's going to happen.
Yes.
Okay, I've never
She
met
said
Oprah.
it's going to happen.
I've been waiting for this
It
moment.
happened on the 3rd day for you. I don't know what day it's going to be.
Okay, she says she's been waiting this moment her whole life. We're going to make it happen because Oprah said so.
It's going to happen.
Oprah, we love you, by the way.